Hey guys, welcome to our review of Kamen Rider Geo, episode 48. And as always, I'm your host, President Stratos. Here with me today we have
Cinder Blaze.
Oh, dude, welcome back. We just got done watching this episode. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's ending. Like, Geo is ending, and this is just happening. I really, spoilers are inevitable. And I feel like the discussion was pretty... it was a hot topic around spoilers this time because Tsukiyomi was something that even the previews didn't touch upon last week. So it was relatively well hidden. They didn't say anything about it. But again, for the majority of the American audience, it was spoiled. But even still, great suit, good time. It was there were some nice moments with characters. The stakes were arbitrary, though. Like, oh hey, I have a plan, but just letting you know, you're not gonna make it. Oh no! Like, you're gonna add that in there at the end? Do we need that?
Yeah, like it's fine for that to be the stake at the very end, but you have to build it up somewhat.
Exactly.
There's
Yeah.
never been a single point in Geo's whole course, and all of his power-ups where there's been a risk to his life at any point.
Right.
I feel like in a series like Build, they've had some dangerous forms. They've had trouble just kind of stabilizing the forms.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of makes some sense if there was to be some final fight that maybe someone might not be able to make it.
Right.
For this one, all the forms are relatively safe, so we're just kind of oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and maybe say it's something to do with time travel and something like that,
Right. But outside of that, because we could talk about how contrived it was, but we already sort of know that. The really good beats that it hit, and I think you specifically mentioned it in the watch along, was the moment that Sogo had with his uncle.
Yeah.
It was sweet. The words they exchanged were a little weird, but that. Oh yeah, well, I got this clock to do, so I'm gonna just head back home. That's my way of doing what I can do. I'm wondering if it's like an actual ride watch or something that he picked up that is gonna be useful, but I doubt it. I don't know. There could be an 11th hour or something that they wanted to put on Premium Bandai, just like they did with Tsukiyomi. So, could be something. I don't know.
Yeah, for that scene, I just felt the emotions between the two characters kind of sold that scene for me, even if the dialogue was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, who knows if they're gonna set that up for something else.
It was jarring to me that when Sogo attacked that crowd of bad guys, the uncle just immediately went, Sogo? Like, he was the first smart person ever in a series to realize, oh, yeah, that's the sound of my nephew's voice.
Okay, to be fair, he's always in the kitchen making food for them, and it's the first time he's kind of stepped outside of his house while they're fighting someone. So,
right. But usually characters are played real dumb. Yeah, they're not gonna know who's under the suit, but this guy's just oh, it's Sogo. I mean, I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I just thought I was blindsided by it and sort of taken aback because that never happens.
Yeah, but I mean, it made a lot of sense, so I'm fine with it.
But most times it doesn't.
Okay, it's weird because in Toku logic,
yes,
they would never know it. But who cares?
I understand.
This man fixes clocks. Okay, he's a smart dude.
But yeah, Decade stuff was a little subdued. which I mean, like, since they're thrusting him into the plot a little more, I was kind of hoping just maybe an ounce of like, what is it like? Reference to his show and how and like the benefits in destroying the worlds, because like he was like, oh, I'm gonna destroy the worlds, and everyone gave him a look like, wait, do we have to do we have to watch you or something? But then he was like, yeah, even though I'm destroying the world, we still have to save all the people. Put them where though?
Why don't we
Like,
take everyone on Earth and move them to
well,
another Earth and fuse them with their alter egos?
how about we take all the people and move it over there?
Yeah, who knows what's gonna be going on with that? But
Because I'm pretty sure they'll just remake a new world. Um, like it's really weird that Decade always says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna destroy this world," but like he's doing like they always try to frame it as ominous and mysterious, but never give any sort of resolution to it. And I feel like that's just that again here. And maybe at some point we'll finally get the, yes, but in destroying the worlds, it creates this really good, nice one. And that's why I've been doing it this whole time. I don't know.
I'm just gonna trust Decade on this one. It's kind of nice that like him and Deanne were kind of like teaming up against Schwartz. But
Yeah.
the thing is, like they're teaming up against Schwartz, and he's like one of the most least interesting fighters in the series. Like his power
This
set's so boring.
these fights have been really reliant on special effects recently, and coming off of watching Ryu Soldier yesterday, where the fights were like really well choreographed. I don't understand how they get away with patty cake, especially at the end of the show, but
Yeah,
fine. Like,
and like it's like decent enough. I think like when Geo was fighting Oma Geo, like when he was kind of like holding his sword, and he's like, ah! You know, like
like I feel like a lot of the set pieces are framed around like the big special effects thing they want to do, and all the patty cake in between is just getting them from spot to spot where they want to do the big thing. Like it was just a lot of slappity slappity until they got into the position where his sword was right on his tummy, and they went like, "Ooh, finisher time!" and then beamed him across into a wall or into a rock face.
yeah, that
Uh,
looked cool.
it
Like
did. I mean, don't get me wrong; it looks cool. It's just I feel like there's we're missing out on a bit of like artistry from the choreography.
what do you mean? Like every time Omageo moves, something explodes, and I just love it. He blocks the sword. He blocks the sword. Explosions. He punches someone.
Uh,
Explosion. Like everything's an explosion with him. So
Right.
I
No, I mean, like choreography in terms of like actual martial arts about it, not like timing the explosions to the punches correctly. I thought those were neat, and still, it's framing the patty cake around the explosives and the other special effects.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
That's,
mean, who am I to judge? I'm just a fat dude in a chair that can't punch for crap. So like, who am I to complain?
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. You know,
But not
it's kind of disappointing that like Geo is still so much weaker than Omageo, and like we don't even like really know why. And like Geo went up to him, he's like, "So what's the power of Omageo?" And he's just like, "To destroy time and space." I was like, "Oh, gee, thanks." Like,
also, like, the reason he was framed as like not as powerful is because he ran up to him in base form, and then after that he went like, "Ooh, I'm gonna defeat you with the power of friendship because you don't got friends, and I do." That was it.
and then he just like psych.
Yeah, and then yeah, at the end he's like, "Oh, but I will help you." What? I don't know, man.
I
It
mean,
was
he's helping
also
himself.
I really want to know I still haven't read the spoilers for the movie, but I assume that they are important here, especially with the chase scene, which Chase actually came back, and I was not expecting.
Yeah.
So that was very neat. He stole the show most times when he was on screen, so it's a good time.
Yeah.
Alex, do you have anything else you want to say about the penultimate episode of GL?
No?
Yeah. All right. So, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to hear more from us each week. Tell us in the comments down below what you liked about this episode, and also the watch along is up at the same time as this. Go ahead and check that out. Also, I put up an episode of Soda Pop on the RRR Infinity channel. Please go check it out. I got to sit down and talk with Vangelis about Soto, Shoto, and Yudo, as well as my co-host Malunas, and it was a really good time. We talked for a while, and just check it out. Yeah. So, guys, thanks for watching. Keep it juicy.
Yep. See ya.
I almost accidentally hit the end call button, but we still need to schmooze for 20 seconds. Hello, people who have stuck around this long. Tell us in the comments down below if you actually did it. Yeah. I don't know how many people do.
Yeah. Yo, Schwartz is a shit villain.